Today is the most important day, and I'll be playing on two Clash Royale accounts, and we're comparing an account that has money with one that doesn't use any. Both were created and played for the same amount of time, but by this point they're two accounts in ridiculously different situations. The clear difference in resources between the two is immediately noticeable. This gives one account the ability to improve its deck, change it if it wants, try out and rotate cards, and make mistakes. And the other is limited by the game's free resources, making it much more rigid in its way of playing and giving less room for error. This has affected the matches, since the rich account, having a higher level and better strategies, wins faster. On average, this means it has 4,915 trophies, while the account without money is at 3,000. And as I said before, today is the most important day for the account with money. We are just 3 matches away from 5,000 trophies, where one of the most broken features in the game is unlocked: the heroes and a slot in your deck to be able to choose one. Currently, the game has 8 heroes, and you can acquire each of them with real money. Some won't be useful to us at all, but others are broken, and the rest will help us switch up our decks because we've been playing P.E.K.K.A balloons since the start of the game. But before climbing those trophies, we claimed some rewards from the trophy road. In total, there were 14 things, including chests with wild cards, gold, gems, and an emote, although honestly, there wasn't anything spectacular. The most important thing is that 9 new cards were added to our collection. Now I would play the 3 remaining matches, since my main goal was 5,000 trophies. In the first one, with just 2 balloons, I destroyed my opponent. Not much more was needed to get the first 30 trophies at 4,944 trophies. They did the weirdest attack on me that I've ever seen in this game. What a damn mess. This obviously made him run out of enough elixir to properly defend my push, and we did pretty well. At that moment, I got so confident that I thought I had the game won, starting with a P.E.K.K.A from the back. What for? It was obvious that the guy was missing a few brain cells. I mean, he was a balloon player and he took down my tower. We were losing. Maybe reaching 5,000 trophies wasn't an easy task. Maybe the 5,000 trophies are the friends we made along the way. Nah, we didn't worry, and 20 seconds were enough to tie the match. The opponent was so dazzled that he wanted to impress us with a great freeze. It was so good that it made him lose the match. A genius. We were already in the last match, but nerves don't exist on such a powerful account. Basically, the opponent started by giving away the executioner and using up one of my best counters. Just that bad decision was enough to doom himself and give me the long-awaited ticket to 5,000 trophies. Entering this arena, did it feel something like this? It's still great to see so many offers. I felt like spending money and going broke. My idea was to change my deck, which had been with us almost since the beginning of the game, and make new ones with heroes I would buy in the shop. So I went to spend all my money, where I started by buying wildcard offers, champion wildcards, and now we had finally reached the long-awaited heroes. But we wouldn't buy all of them, just the most broken ones or the ones I liked the most, which were the mini P.E.K.K.A, the giant, and the mega minion. We bought all of them with the code HOSI. That way we support that humble and wonderful YouTuber. Once we were back in the game, we claimed the 3 heroes, my first champion, which we won't use, but it's still my first one, and all the other rewards we'd use today. Also, a champion season chest gave me 1,000 mega minions, which would be super useful because we have the hero. I think it was thanks to the code HOSI. No, just kidding. I created 3 decks to try out each of the different heroes I bought and see if, with the help of any of them, it would be better than our classic one. P.E.K.K.A Balloon Spam, which has had an outstanding record with over 95% 3-crown wins since its creation in Arena 7. Now I would evaluate each deck to see if it would be worth changing strategy. The first deck I created was a classic Lava Hound balloon, but modernized with that Mega Minion hero, and to create it, I had to spend a few more dollars. Am I going to go broke? I didn't have the Lava Hound or Evolved Inferno Dragon, which are important with all the tanks here like P.E.K.K.As and Mega Tanks. We got everything using the code HOSI. Use it! Because if not, I'm going to end up broke, damn it! I'm going to end up broke, just like I predicted with the Mega Tanks. A totally horrible attack, but it did a lot of damage since, luckily for that rookie, my starting rotation was pretty bad. I spent 6 elixir on that Hound, but he defended with weak archers, so I used the chance to push. The ability of my Mega Minion hero allowed allowed me to take them out and even up the damage in the match. He kept attacking me with his powerful attacks. From one card, yes, I laugh, but I only copied one card to attack, it's the damn key, and with another good ability from my Mega Minion. I took down his tower already for the last attack. Obviously, I didn't copy him. Damn it, let's throw everything at him. Everything. The second match with Hound was also complicated. I started off defending really well with a perfect Valkyrie. I'm really good. And making a good counter attack with a really good fireball. I'm really good. But he counter attacked with a skeleton army? Yeah, just like you're seeing, a skeleton army, and I don't know how he did it, but he predicted my skeleton army, damn. Still, I ended up defending, and my Hound with the Mega Minion took down his tower. I made a strong push and won the match, just like you heard. Really simple. From those matches, I came to the conclusion that even though the Hound has ultra strong attacks, yeah, they're really powerful, it's slow and doesn't give me the fast pace to win game after game like I did with my P.E.K.K.A deck. And on defense, it's kinda weak, which made me lose a crown. It was the Giant's turn. As the hero, we made a Sparky deck with him, mixed with a Zap bait. I didn't really know how to play this thing, so I started by doing a double attack. Kind of weird. Surprisingly, it was a success, huh? Ignore my fireball, I almost got it right. And the guy had a level 14 Hog Rider, so he destroyed my tower quickly. Although I didn't care because I was about to launch my Mega Push, which my opponent got ready to defend. My goal was to make sure the Inferno Tower didn't destroy my Giant. If it did, I'd be done for. But I managed to pull it off successfully. We destroyed the tower and opened up the arena to send another Hero Giant down the middle, which ended up winning me the match. Game 2 was super easy. We sent in a Hero Giant with a mini P.E.K.K.A and Inferno Dragon, and he defended so poorly that it gave me the win. Yeah, literally. So we came to the conclusion that this attack is strong, though not as much as the ideal Lava Hound attack. But unlike that one, this is a bit easier to pull off, which lets me win matches more quickly. It was deck 3's turn where I centered it around the mini P.E.K.K.A to build a Mega Knight deck with Balloon. The match started off tense with strong, powerful, and fast attacks from both sides, but in most cases they were well defended. Until one of my minor balloon pushes opened up the match. My opponent seemed good, or at least had a decent level of play, but some extremely grotesque mistakes on his side of the field. Honestly, they were terrible and I'm calling them out. But thanks to those, I was able to make a double push to win the match. In the next one, a simple miner with some bats did a lot of damage. At first glance, a normal person would have kept playing, but this guy, weak-hearted, froze up and totally gave up. I didn't test this deck as thoroughly as the others, and it's definitely the least convincing to me. Today was the day we made the least progress, only 300 trophies, but it was also the day we tried new strategies and became much stronger for the future. We had to take advantage of the few trophies that the paid account gained to finally close the gap. The difference was 2,100 trophies, so we went straight to claim the free rewards. There we got the evolved archers, which we had to swap for a card in our deck, and we chose the baby dragon. Besides leveling them up, but now, without wasting any more time, it was time to start climbing trophies. In the first match, the opponent made the worst mistake: installing Clash Royale, and with that bad use of the Inferno Tower, I was able to make a big push with the Giant, which he defended with a poorly placed 3 Musketeers. By the way, so I could hit him with a good freeze and take his tower. And I got a pretty significant elixir advantage. Let's see if he uninstalls Clash Royale now, but what really made me want to uninstall the game was the level of my cards. For example, that Valkyrie, just because she's a bit higher level than my cards, destroys a full health witch. Dude, then she goes to my tower and hits it twice with her axe, which does a lot of damage. We won this match by struggling and throwing some pretty sneaky freezes, but we did it, and those 30 trophies were ours. And even though that match was a bit tough, we were already seeing hints of how hard the road through Arena 10 would be. In the next match, I started winning with another freeze, incredibly tactical. But when I tried to take down the second tower, an extremely unlikely event happened. The opponent had the hut. I mean that trash card, the Barbarian Hut. I think I'm lucky to see that card in a match with my own eyes. I BM'd him, I did BM a lot of B. After those first 60 trophies, the road got tougher. Higher level opponents, surprise, surprise, played better against me than those I faced with the rich account. They could predict my moves and defend well. Still, I didn't understand that canon. And above all, my biggest problem was the level of my cards. In every match, without exception, my cards were on average 1 or 2 levels lower, which in itself is something common in the game for a free-to-play account. But having it in every match kind of breaks the balance and demands brutal concentration in each game because you start at a disadvantage. Disadvantage! For example, at the tower level, it's like you start losing in every single match. So, logically, and I'm not someone who plays Clash Royale very well, in fact, I'm pretty bad. The matches got tough. I even went into overtime against someone who kept placing cannons and attacking, just because he had higher level cards or even a witch with infinite range. Or I don't know why, but she was hitting my tower. From that point on, you really hate people who don't spend money on the game, right? He made it so that in a match where I could barely deal 300 damage in 4 minutes, I end up losing. With just a few seconds left before the match ends. And with constant pressure. Yeah, I know, it's weak pressure, but in the end, it's still pressure that doesn't let me attack. Even though with very little time left, I managed to sneak in a clutch goblin and win the match. To relieve some stress, I went to my clan and found a little gem.
Gobi Crafter here. Is Jazzy7 in this clan? Yes. Wow, Jazzy7 is here. Question mark, question mark.
Subtitled, yes, nothing that interesting. And now I would keep pushing through Arena 10. Yes, it really got me. My tower can't one-shot level 11 skeletons. I had to use all my elixir just to defend. My opponent took advantage of my lack of elixir to launch a devastating attack that, for better or worse, didn't take down my tower. My opponent knew he had the match won and did this. Yes, he did it. So I should have taken advantage of that window of time to take down all 3 towers before he cycled back to his fireball. And then this happened. I almost won the match. But I didn't. I kept playing against weird opponents. Really weird ones, actually. For being tough, what are you doing to my P.E.K.K.A, please? Taunters, crybabies, all kinds. But we won. And that's how we did it until we reached 3,255 trophies. Here, I realized a major structural flaw in my deck where I had to let a balloon take down my tower because I had a bad rotation. I didn't care because I thought I would tie the match epically on the right side, which didn't happen. He defended, left me without elixir, and took down my tower. He humiliated me epically. I lost 2-0 and had 1 minute to come back in that match, but he pressured me so much, that annoying guy, that I couldn't do it. There were only a few seconds left before the match ended. And yeah, once again, I was on the verge of making a comeback, guys. On the verge. Almost made it. But no, nothing happened. And I went into the next one with another opponent who put constant pressure on me. And I couldn't attack for literally the whole match, which obviously made me lose that match. I realized that constant pressure is my main Achilles heel. So I copied that opponent's deck and changed a few things, like swapping the snowball for arrows or the bats for archers, since we have them evolved. It turned out to be a more solid deck than I thought. It puts on really good pressure, especially split lane pressure, which is the hardest thing to defend, especially against Arena 10 players. Obviously, it's going to be hard for them to handle, which helped me win 3 matches in a row. But time had literally run out. We had failed on the day when we could have closed the gap. Regarding the account with money, we only gained 270 trophies, which is actually the same as what the rich account did, and the rich account in fact only focused on testing decks. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. It really helps me. See you next time.